Yeah. Right. I suppose next is Kenzan, which, for those who might not know, it's a spin-off, a Japanese spin-off, and was
Yep.
never localized, but
Never looked
still,
like.
it is playable by a Western audience through guides and whatnot, and
Yeah.
very fun.
Yeah, you very much have to. I think you pretty much have to use a guide for Kenzan to get the full experience. It's pretty much required because there are some missable content, Kenzan, and you just like. I think the story is personally really good, and the combat especially. It's not like you have to like you upgrade linearly like the PS2 and Yakuza 3. It's not. It's just like all your upgrades are gone through training.
Yeah.
Like playing through like a mini game like horseback archery or like just fighting someone, learning to move.
Yeah, the
But
Kenzan was, you could describe it as a huge experiment for Ryu Ga Gotoku Studios because they had style switching in its first stage, weapon combat, a whole new setting, new upgrade system, and all that. And
yeah,
well, it turned out very well, and they used some stuff from Kenzan, and they'll use it in their later games. So it's a pretty successful
yeah.
outcome.
Yeah, people say that people like point to all this like stuff and like I don't know Yakuza 3 Ishin 0 is like, oh yeah bro, this is like the first game in the series to do this. But most of that stuff came from Kenzan. And
Yeah,
I feel like let's talk about Kenzan combat. Let's get right into it.
yeah.
What do you
It's
think about it?
well, you have a lot of options laid out to you. You have the single sword style, the dual sword style, dagger, great sword, hand to hand, and some special weapons you can use, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, like smoking like a cigarette.
Yeah, just place it on their head.
But
I think my personal favorite is the single sword style, simply because of the quick step cancelling combos you could do.
yeah, I feel like single sword style too is definitely like really good style to use. First of all, because it's rush combos that kind of built for you to like get behind the opponent, especially like the first like square to one rush combo is actually really good for that. It's basically like if you get by, you just it's just basically a free way to get behind him, get another combo. I feel like dual sword style too. Dual sword style is I I don't think it's good at the beginning. I feel like it's a lot more situational, but as you get like the group heat actions and then the finishing hold and the other rush combo and all that, it gets good. It gets really good with that. Um, dagger is actually the dagger is actually pretty good because it has a block heat action, it has a group heat action, it has a parry heat action, and also the dagger can also you can also like kind of combo with that. It's just like at the start, not at
Yeah,
the start, but
the
as you get
dagger
yeah,
combo speed, max upgrade. It's amazing.
yeah.
Why didn't they bring that back? It's such a shame.
I have no idea, man. Why did you just smoking some crack when they did that? But
Even the great sword is
yeah, I know.
a decent, like a decent style to work with. It's fast if you have the right weapon that max upgrades, has cool heat actions, and it's good for crowd control as well.
Yeah, it's it's also pretty good. I feel like hand to hand style is also decent, but obviously it could be better. But
It's more
I feel like
situational. It's not like a fully fleshed out style like Yakuza 3, um, hand to hand.
yeah,
It's like a situational thing, and you use it for certain heat actions and whatnot.
yeah. Ironically, though, you can combo more with hand to hand style in Kenzan than you can in Ishin.
Oh yeah, and you can even quick step cancel the first two hits.
Yeah, I feel like Kenzan combat would be perfect if New Game Plus moved the skills carried over to New Game Plus.
Yeah, I
It,
still don't understand that choice. I mean, I
yeah,
get maybe you want your players to do training all over again because it is quite a pivotal pivotal part of the game, but still, it looks. It's still especially when you're playing through the game again, you want to, go all out on bosses. You can't really because your stuff's limited. If you had quick step cancel from the beginning of the game, you'd have so much potential, but no, it's locked behind the final chapter.
Unfortunately, I feel like the problem with Kenzan combat is that some stuff, I feel like some upgrades like come in way too late, like the dual sword upgrades, and especially quick step cancel. That's just like my main issue with it. I feel like they should have introduced those kind of upgrades alongside the single sword style. The single sword style, like you pretty much get all the upgrades of it like in like chapter 7, which is pretty good. I feel like it would have been a way to like differentiate the styles a lot more actually. Like give you a reason to use one over the other. But I feel like Kenzan combat is really good.
Yeah, for something it was an experiment, and they did very well for something on their first try.
Yeah, it's definitely like very good. Personally, I feel like I really like how like the hit sound effects for the sword. It's like feels like something like from a samurai movie. Some of samurai, like especially the single sword style, the finishers are like and dual sword style too. Dual sword style like has like the sickest looking rush combos in the series. I first saw that finishing hold, I was like, whoa, that's just good.
Yeah, sadly, I don't think they ever use most of the dual sword style animations and whatnot ever again. They use the rolling attack and some of its heat actions, but it's just never to be seen again.
I think that's a bit of a shame too, and also the fact that dual sword style is I think dual sword style is pretty good. It's like it's like the style designed for group combat. It's like definitely has more crowd control. Definitely like has the crowd control heat actions, which has like 2 variations, and also just generally like the finishing hold allowing you for like get that extra crowd control. Although you don't get like iframes from it, you get the ability to like move, like where Musashi wants to like throw the enemy during that.
Yeah.
And also Kenzan does like something a little unique where your combo speed is like tied to weapons.
Oh yeah, that's right. Was there 3 or 4 levels of combo speed on weapons?
I think there's 4. I think there's slow, there's normal, I think there's fast, and then there's very fast. There's pretty much never a reason to use anything that's not very fast, because Kenzan with like that's combo speed is like so good, extremely good. And I feel like Kenzan also, for people that say like Kenzan is just like Yakuza 3, that's not true in a sense, because Kenzan doesn't have wall bounding.
Ragdolls.
Yeah, it has ragdolls. The guys in Kenzan like block a little less than guys in Yakuza 3, and also in Kenzan you have a lot more tools for guard breaking, which means you just like easily get behind them, just like circle behind them, and you're just like, oh yeah, I'm behind you now, I'm gonna combo you. And I feel like Kenzan is also just like really satisfying. There's a reason why I suck Kenzan off so much in the Discord.
Yeah, it's not one everyone plays, and they should at least get the experience of. It's something different in this series, and I think it's a unique entry that everyone should at least, if they're able to, experience once.
Yeah, I feel like if RGG were to ever release the next remaster, they should remaster Kenzan. Like, I get the story and all is like, I don't know, problematic and all that, but I don't care. It's I think it's one of the best in the series. Personally, I had a really good time playing Kenzan on normal and hard. It's like definitely one that it's definitely one of the most fun I've had playing an RGG game. Just like experiencing it, because like there's like no walkthroughs online. I just use Eagle Main Guide if y'all want to experience it. His sub story and his walkthrough is definitely very good. It goes into detail, kind of Musashi's like kind of history. I mean, the guy goes into detail and just like gives he just kind of gives you like little tidbits like, oh yeah, did you know this area was a real place, and it hosted tournaments and all that, something like that. And I feel like the Kenzan, although it's like a PS3 game, is definitely like one of the more beautiful entries in the series.
Oh yeah, the scene of the second last final boss fight, beautiful.
Yeah, and also like the sunsets in Kenzan too. It's just so good.
It captures the essence of Japan at that time very well.
Yeah, that's like another thing I love about Kenzan, like the setting. It's very different from like the standard Kamurocho, because like most of the time you're like exploring like these new areas. Kenzan kind of lays out these areas in a way that like every few or so chapters you're like exploring a new one. Like first you're like locked in Gion, and then you explore out to Rakugai, and then you go out into Boetsu, which is basically the equivalent of Florist, and eventually you just go out into the rice fields, and then to a beach, and then you go into like a forest path and onto a temple and all that. It's just pretty unique. And the thing about Kenzan is that you deal more damage than in something like Yakuza 3. I feel like people who say Kenzan's combat is like 3, it's worse than 3. I think they're completely wrong, because first of all, those people who say that like did not use the guide, so they did not get like, they didn't know what the hell was going on, which is I feel like a big like mistake when you decide to play Kenzan, because you basically have to use the guide.
You really need the upgrades, because
you really
without upgrades, it's just, I mean, it's still, you can still have a good time, but you're just missing out on so much.
Yeah, especially like some of the upgrades you get are like really good, like dual sword like rush combo upgrades, the dodge attacks, dash attack for single sword style, just like everything. And also I feel like pretty much like Kenzan is like, I can just like whip out anything and it'll just work. It's like one of those games, like Yakuza 2 in a sense.
You have a lot of options which are viable, and because of that, you can keep your gameplay fresh and exciting. It doesn't feel like you're doing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, it was like huge plus, because Kenzan got that style switching.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely Kenzan is a great entry to the series.
Yeah, it's really good. Hey guys, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then please like and subscribe in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to SoulBlade17, and yeah, see ya.